Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel and welcome to the Venice and Verona vlog. I'm so excited to be sharing another travel adventure with y'all and I really hope you enjoy. So we started out our trip in Venice. We flew into Venice airport and you do have to take a water taxi from the airport to the actual island of Venice, which is where we were staying. And it was a pretty quick trip, to be honest, probably around 30 minutes. The weather was not great, but we also weren't expecting it to be. We were traveling in off-season in January and winter, so we expected a little cold and rain. This was actually the only day it actually rained, so we cannot complain. And even in the rain, Venice was stunning. So this was the view from our hotel room. I booked this hotel room via points. I will link it below. It was in a little bit of a off the beaten path location, but I kind of did it on purpose because I knew we had to walk from the boat taxi, and we needed to be at the train station the next day, so it was really about distance, but it came with all the great things, snacks, waters, and it was small, but we were only there for one night. Then we were off to explore Venice with the rest of the day that we had. Okay guys, Andrew's about to eat this cicchetti with whole octopus on it. And I just... So we decided to go into St. Mark's Basilica. It was probably €5 or €6, to be honest. I don't really remember, but I would definitely say it was worth it. It only takes a couple minutes to walk through it, but it is so absolutely stunning on the inside. I mean, honestly, there are just no words. After touring the Basilica, we pretty much just enjoyed the local cuisine and the sights, and it was a really awesome wrap to our first day in Venice. Hair done, makeup done, ready to go. Venice is waking up finally. Pastry, anyone? So after our delicious breakfast, we decided to check out this super cool bookstore that's pretty well known for Venice. They have this little photo op opportunity in the back, and it's literally made out of old books. But I think the coolest part about this was actually the view from atop of the books. Then, of course, it was time for another meal. just like that, it was a wrap on our time in Venice. Off to Verona. Bye, Venice. So, nothing exciting happening at the moment. We're waiting for our train to Verona. We're having a spritz. And there's a pigeon at the train station. He's just hanging out. Also, the seagulls here are like the size of a turkey. They're huge. I mean, they're like bigger than my head. They're not like Florida seagulls. They're actually kind of scary looking. Like they could destroy you, right, baby?
They're pretty big.
They could hurt you, do some damage. Anyway, I'm wearing my warming vest, which, by the way, is quite great. And then we were off via train to Verona. We did buy upgraded seats for this train ride, but honestly, we were one of the only people in this train car. I don't think it was worth it. I don't know what we were given that was different than typical, but it looked like to me everybody got the same service. So in my opinion, even though it was off season, I wouldn't recommend getting an upgraded seat because I personally didn't notice a difference. So after we checked into our Airbnb and dropped our stuff off, we went and got this pasta to go, which was honestly so good. It was definitely a highlight of the day. And then we just walked around a little bit and explored Verona until we headed off to dinner. For dinner, I made reservations at this restaurant called Restaurant Torcolo. I will put the name on the screen here for you. It was a place that I found in my research, I think via YouTube, honestly, and it was really, really great overall. Great service, slow dining, mom and pop. It was a little on the pricier side, but we always pick one nice meal to have on every trip, and I definitely think that this was a great pick. What is that? Those are pistachios.
Up here. Black cherry.
What is this? Oh, nuts? Peanuts? What is that, white chocolate?
Yeah.
And I don't know what that is. That caramel and chocolate. Oh, real cherries. Oh my God, stop. Hello vlog, and good morning from Verona, Italy. We got here yesterday via train at about 3 o'clock. We went to dinner, which I will will show clips of. And then we also got some wine at this cute little place right outside our Airbnb. Walked around for a little bit. To be honest, I was super exhausted yesterday from, again, getting no sleep. I made it until 11 p.m., so we slept until 9 a.m. today. So we're getting a little bit of a later start, but while my boyfriend's in the shower, I decided to give a little Airbnb tour before I forgot. It's already a little destroyed, so I apologize. So here we go. Okay, so you walk in and it's got a little living room. It's a smart TV, which we like because we can actually watch something in English. So that's a plus. Then we've got the little dining room here with the kitchen. Nothing fancy. To be honest, I don't even know if we'll use this, but I do have some leftover pasta in the fridge, which is right there, which I probably will microwave later today. But the real reason I got this Airbnb is 110% because of the view. is the arena of Verona. So we're right in the thick of everything, which is really cool. So if you go around that direction, there's restaurants and all of the shopping you could possibly imagine. So not that I'm a big shopper, if I'm being honest, but I like to spend my money on food, beverage, experience. And then, but it is nice being like right here. And our restaurant that we made reservations at was literally like a 5-minute walk, which is awesome. Resuming. So, bathrooms in here. It has a heated towel rack, which actually heats up the whole bathroom, which is so nice. But boyfriend's in there sleeping. And then this is the bedroom. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. And I actually wish that I knew this ahead of time, but it looks like there is a washing machine. I had no idea, so I packed like I wasn't gonna wash anything. So at this point, we probably won't use it, but nice to know. I booked the points with all my credit cards, so it just wasn't in the description. I think that if I've booked it like via Airbnb or something, that it may have told me that, so that's on me. But that's the Airbnb, and I have showered, I have done my face routine, and I am going to go get dressed, blow dry my hair, put the tiniest bit of makeup on so we can get out there because I'm ready to explore Verona. And I actually kind of hate that we have such a late start today. But again, cooking class at noon, very excited for. That guy will be 3 hours long, I think. So I will hopefully be able to take some videos or some pictures to show you guys. But it is more interactive, so I'm not sure how much I'll have time to be on my phone. I hope you enjoy our day. See you soon. So we've got a basil roasted tomato, tuna capers, salami, and I'm not sure what that is, but we've got salmon, creamed artichoke, and then prosciutto or something. So it's good, right?
I ate the artichoke, the whole thing.
Do you like it?
It's good, but there's no more artichoke.
I think there's artichoke inside of it.
Okay. Whoops.
Okay, so first off, let me just note how much I love Italy because people are sitting with a glass of wine and aperitivo for 30 minutes, but everyone's just enjoying wine and a little snack on a Saturday before noon. And I love this life a lot. Cheers. After our snack and our aperitivo, we stopped at Juliet's house. We didn't go on the balcony or anything, and we just briefly visited. It was pretty busy, even in off season, but it was definitely something cute to see before we headed off to our cooking class. And I just love this experience. It was so, so fun. Bless you. You look cute in your So for this cooking class, we made homemade pasta and we made a ravioli as well with that pasta. And they sent it back to the kitchen and the chef prepared sauces with it. But they do give you all the recipes. So I've actually recreated the pomodoro sauce, which I absolutely love. And I have been obsessed with making pasta from scratch. I even have made a gluten-free pasta here at home. So I do recommend this cooking class. It was intimate, it was quiet in a local restaurant, and we really enjoyed it. So I will link all the details below. We just did a cooking class. We made some fettuccine and some ravioli and some tiramisu. After we walked off some of our pasta, we took a little cable car up to the top of this hill where there's this old fort. And we didn't go into the fort. We really went up there just to get a drink and relax and sit down and unwind for a little while. And then also to possibly see the sunset from up here because it was such a beautiful day. So it turns out we are sissies because we did not make it to sunset. It started to get really cold, so we decided to head back to our Airbnb early for an early night. We were exhausted, honestly, at this point. We stopped and got some charcuterie and wine before heading back, fell asleep early, woke up early, and then we wanted to grab an early breakfast before we went to pick up our rental car. I found this place that is highly recommended online. I'll put the name across the screen here because we were just craving bacon, honestly, and it was delicious. Got a rental car, off to a winery. Alright, a little update for y'all. So we drove around, and it's a Sunday, so we knew there was a chance there'd be no wineries open. And we went to like 6 of them. They were all closed. Google said they were open, but they were all closed. So we finally found one. The wine tasting room is closed, but the restaurant itself is open. So like, we're here, but like, the language barrier is real. I feel like an ignorant tourist because we don't understand anything. So I just ordered some things off that I knew that I half understand what they are. I'm hoping it works out. So stay tuned. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh.
I think we're hitting our pasta. Maybe look at the pasta quote.
So after our late lunch at that winery, which was so fantastic, the wine was great, the food was great, we were headed into Trento, which was on our way to our Airbnb, and we just found this dinner spot that ended up being really good. Unfortunately, I don't remember the name because we just stumbled upon it, but it was super, super great. It was a day full of food and wine, and it was amazing. What did you call this? And this, I did not get on the video because it was delicious. It was like fried apples with gelatos. Fantastic.
So good.
So good. All right. I'm going to show you a video of our Airbnb in Basentino. Look how horrible this. There it is. Okay. All right. Welcome to our little oasis. Is this not the cutest thing you've ever seen? Look at this shower. So cute. And then the best part, look, our host left us a little bottle of, I don't know if this is wine. He said it was apple juice, but I don't think it's real apple juice. And this is the best part. We've got a hot tub, a fire pit, and a view. Can't wait to see it in the morning. Andrew trying to figure out how this all works. Oh, is it hot? Oh, it scared me. It shocked me. It's not. It's actually not. It needs more firewood. Good morning. our main priority when researching for this vacation was to find a location where we could completely unplug and unwind. And it was so perfect. This tiny town, this beautiful Airbnb with these amazing views. We pretty much spent the day sleeping in, enjoying the views, drinking local Prosecco and apple juice, and really just completely unwinding. And it was so perfect. Going to get gelato in this tiny little town. Cheers. Pistachio and mascarpone. The next day we slept in, but had decided to go out and explore the small town that we were staying in, Bosentino. And we did get a late start, so we were a little anxious about finding a place that was open, because every place in Italy, especially these small towns, they do close during certain hours of the day, and we were kind of just hitting that time. We were only able to find one place open, and he did not serve food other than a couple pastries. But he was so lovely. The owner is the one that was serving us there. We had a few drinks, we chatted with him, we chatted with each other, talked about the trip so far, and honestly it was a really relaxing couple hours while we waited for something to open to grab some food. Take a bite, baby. It's good. So we love this little place so much that we came back to go to the pizza place. So just got a delicious Venice tonic with a gin from London, I think it was. So after getting another drink at the little place that we returned to, because the owner was just so sweet, we went to dinner at a place that was recommended by our Airbnb host. I will put the name on the screen. Ooh, it's chilly. It's very chilly. It's probably 35 degrees or so. Right, babe? Would you say 35 degrees or so?
Oh, I think it's like 27.
Yes.
I think it's like -5.
It's not. Hold on, I'm gonna check. Yeah, that's like a ham or something.
Fried bread.
It's polenta.
It's cheese, right?
I don't know. No, polenta is not cheese. This is, I think, is a cheese, but this is a fried polenta. To pop in here as I was editing this vlog and share this full circle story with you guys about our last day. So I had reached out to a couple wineries when we had our failed attempts on Sunday for our return day before we dropped our car back off and took a train to Venice because we would fly out early the next morning. I had basically reached out to a couple people, and only 2 people had returned my requests and via email, because obviously I couldn't call. I had a eSIM, but it doesn't allow you to call. It only basically gives me internet. So we had reached out to 2 places and a couple places, two places that returned back to me, and one of them actually worked out, and she was willing to meet us at 10:30 the next day, and I had booked another one using credit card points at 2 p.m. So we get there to this tiny little place, and I wish I had taken videos or pictures of anything when we first got there. I'm going to share a few clips of the wine tasting here, but we had gotten there and it was just so quiet. It was like this little house and there were some, vineyards, and it was just super quiet, and a little dog runs up to us and greets us, but there's nobody there. So essentially a bunch of stuff happened, and we ended up being put on the phone with the woman who I had been emailing, and she had slept in accidentally for our tasting. And she said, "You're going to laugh because I slept in because I have jet lag because I just came back from the US." And I was like, "Oh, wow." So she ended up being late, but said I could do an expedited tasting. So we stayed and waited for her. And I'm so glad that we did. This is probably my favorite part of the whole trip. She gets there and tells us that she had just returned from the same town in Florida that we live in, and it was just crazy. We ended up spending the whole tasting exchanging different locations where I could find her wine in our town. Wines that I couldn't find. She recommended places that were authentic, Italian, that she comes to, one of which is my favorite restaurant, and also where I could find authentic olive oil. And it was just so, so amazing. This winery was fantastic. If you were ever in the Valpolicella region of Italy, I highly recommend that you stop by this winery. We bought a case of wine, shipped home. I'm still enjoying it, and I will probably continue to buy cases from her because it was just such a great experience, and I can't say one bad thing about it. So I will go ahead and put all the information for Damali Wines below in case you're ever interested, but for now I'll get back to the vlog. And just like that, we were saying goodbye to Bosentino, heading back to Verona to return our rental car. But first, we were hitting some wineries. So this is the second winery that we went to. Damali, I did not get any videos of. This is the one that I had booked with points. It was a group tour and tasting, and it was such a different experience than Damali, but still really, really great. So this second winery that we went to was called Verona, and they have been making Valpolicella in the Valpolicella region for, I think, like 100 years or something. This was their original cellar that they first toured us, and then they brought us into their new cellar. And these barrels that the wine sits in, I've never seen anything like it. It felt like we were in a different time. So different. They were super, super cool. Definitely a great experience. And then we toured the grounds, and they took us back, and we tried quite a few wines, some local meats and cheeses. One cheese, in fact, that I was told you can only find by this shepherd who lives in the local mountains by the region, and you can't find it at any store anywhere. And so I will cherish that cheese for all eternity because I will probably never get to experience it again. But it was very educational. We had some great conversation with some people from different parts of the country that were also on the tour.
So we were just,
and then there were some not so great people that were there that we're about to talk about.
Whisper.
Yes, I do. He's right there.
She doesn't have to whisper.
That's a super snotty. Did he say he was Israeli?
Israeli.
But they were speaking, what was it, Russian? And
Russian,
then, but they
and
live
Hebrew, and
they know multiple languages, but they live in Nashville. They live in Nashville, Tennessee, fucking U.S. But let me just say, those snotty ass people, your girl can't hang. Okay, so we're like venting about this dude. So there was the cute young couple from Australia was talking about how they went to Croatia. And babe, do you want to explain like what happened? Like
this Croatian couple,
they're Australian couple. They went to Croatia.
They visited one city that they named, and this guy, this fucking douche, listed all of these cities that he's been to and whatnot, and then he went out of his way at the very end of his douche monologue to take the one city that this cute couple has been to say that it's not as good as all the other ones. And I was like, what?
Everything you said, he had to have a douchey negative comment about it. I mean, what else was it? What else was there? There was California wines. I was like, I'm not a fan of California wines. And I just said it as like a blanket statement. Oh, well, you just need to go to
You
the
didn't
right.
go to the right spots.
You didn't go to the right ones. You
Yeah.
just got to know which ones to go to. We went to Napa Valley and da-da-da. And he was place dropping and like, I was like, oh yeah, I found these, our flights were so cheap here.
Oh, but I have cheaper flights.
Oh, I did cheaper flights. Do you know this app here? Use my referral code. I'm like,
You just have to pay $100 a year for this.
So we returned to Verona, we returned our rental car, took a train back to Venice, and then the next morning we were up super, super early, back on a plane, headed home, and it was such an amazing trip. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.